Let's have a quick conversation about Swyft Filings versus BizFilings versus Firstbase. So, of course, we're speaking about LLC formation here. So, here's a presentation I want you to pay attention to. So, when you think about, I want to first start with Swyft Filings, so you have a clear idea what I'm talking about here. So, Swyft Filings is actually a great when it comes to a small business formation, but in certain instances. So we actually recommend Swyft Filings for businesses wanting support options that include chat, email, and a toll-free telephone number. So if you want to have some kind of hands-on guidance, you want to go with Swyft Filings. We also recommend it for those who may appreciate a 60-day money-back guarantee. And we also recommend this filing service for businesses desiring extra support with compliance-related matters. For instance, when you have an annual report, like annual report guidance. We do not recommend Swyft Filings for businesses that want express filing of documents with all package options. We do not recommend this service for those looking for a wider range of business support options like marketing support, something, for instance, that Zen Business or Taylor Brains will offer. And we do not recommend Swyft Filings for those who want a higher-end LLC formation plan that includes registered agent service. So long story short, think about a company that actually was started in 2015. And so originally they wanted to automate and simplify the business incorporation process. So in addition to helping firms organize their LLCs, Swyft Filings actually provides services for forming an S corporation, a C corporation, or a nonprofit. So that's really good. And so we love the fact that BizFiling has a lot of flexibility, especially given the fact that the pricing is really sort of affordable. Okay, now you have ancillary services such as registered agent. They're charging you extra for that, so they're charging you $149 per year, which is a little bit on the expensive side. And but we love the fact that they have a 60-day money-back guarantee in terms of refund policy. That's really fantastic. And one thing I want to say about Swyft Filing is also that they are very flexible in terms of filing as well. In terms of filing, you can see on the screen that Swyft Filings is really discreet about its pricing strategy. So you're going to have to contact the company or actually go through the questionnaire online to really have a clear idea. Now, they're telling you, as you can see on the screen, they're telling you pricing starts at $0 plus state filing fee. That's not true. I mean, once you actually go through the process, you can pay somewhere from $49 to $79 plus state filing fee. That's the basic for your LLC. And so the basic actually includes delivery of your official certificate of incorporation, in other words, or articles of incorporation if you are going for an LLC. You also have a tool that features a custom statement of the organizer that can help secure a business bank account. So that's really important to think about. That's for the basic. For the standard will cost you $149 plus state fees. And here you have the ability to add an EIN, custom operating agreement, and organizational minutes and banking resolution. And this plan actually offers many useful features for small businesses that have employees or that plan on hiring. That's kind of cool. And on the premium actually has all the features of standard plus electronic delivery of state documents and a custom digital kit with the company seal, operating ledger, and 25 stock certificates. You also have the ability to add an express filing time of 5 business days in some states, so that's really good. And in addition to services for forming an LLC, S corporation, C corporation, or nonprofit, Swyft Filings sells many other services to support new businesses. So for instance, you have a digital corporate kit, and that will actually set you back $99 plus state fees. And here you have a secure storage and access to important documents included with the services complete package. You have the seller's permit or state sales tax ID, which will cost you about $129 plus state fees. And this capability is required to collect sales taxes in your state. You have an LLC operating agreement that will cost you $35 and plus state fees. And you can see that Swyft Filings has a constellation of add-ons, so you got to be really clear about what kind of upsells you want to actually fall for. You have a registered agent service, you have corporate bylaws, you have certificate of goods of good standing. So you're paying extra for all of those all of those services. So long story short, it's up to you to really see exactly if you need all those add-ons, yes or no. I want to talk to you now about the BizFilings. So when we talk about BizFilings, we're talking about a subsidiary of Walters Kluwer. Now, BizFilings used to be an independent company up until a couple of years ago when it was actually acquired by Walters Kluwer, which is a giant when it comes to business software. Okay, so the company has been in existence for 25 years independently. So since 1996, and from 1996 all the way to 2011, it was an independent company, and then it was bought over. Okay, I mean, not sorry, it wasn't. It wasn't actually 2011. It was 2020, 2021 after COVID. And so the thing is that BizFilings is now owned by a multinational business, Walters Kluwer, and so I want to show you really quick on the screen here. When we talk about BizFilings, here is the kind of pricing you see. You can see that BizFilings is way more expensive than Swyft Filings. But what we love about BizFilings is that everything's included. Everything is included. For instance, on the complete, so you have the complete 359 standard, 229, and the basic. Now, of course, BizFilings want you to go with a complete because that's how they make money, and hopefully they are offering you value there. And it's one of those things where you have to see what works for you. So when we talk about the complete package actually includes everything in the basic and standard packages, as well as several additional products and services. And so, for instance, the products and services unique to this package include EIN filing, certified copies of your state formation documents, overnight shipping for your formation documents. That's really cool. And so let me break it down a little bit for you. When I'm talking about standard package, which is one tier below below what I just said, below the complete package, you have an LLC kit. So this LLC kit includes a corporate seal, binder, membership certificates, ledger, and simple documents. You can make membership certificates for your LLC and create templates for meeting minutes and other business documents at home using online resources at no charge. You also have a simple operating agreement and other forms. This is kind of cool. And you also have an expedited processing by BizFilings. So we love that aspect of things a lot because it gives you flexibility. It allows you to really choose exactly what to work on depending on your specific state, but also the legal structure you want to have. So when we talk about BizFilings, what kind of turnaround time do we have? Well, it's important to understand that everything depends on the package you have, right? So if you have the basic package, for instance, you are basically paying, you can pay a little extra for the BizFilings expedited processing service. But expedited processing is automatically included in the complete and standard packages. So you will still have to pay the state expedited fee no matter which package you select. And BizFilings actually has a constellation of upsells, things like EIN number, LLC kit, certified copy, for instance, sales tax registration, kind of similar to what Swyft Filings is offering. You have a payroll tax registration. You have a business license application. You have and there are also other services depending upon the kind of business that you have. So, for example, business plan and payroll management. So, for business plan, BizFilings wants you to pay $99, and so you're gonna have to pay $99 to a partner company. A partner company is a company of BizFilings called Palo Alto Life Plan. And what happens here is that basically the service will walk you through creating a business plan and financial forecast for your business. And this service is not offered by most of their competitors. So if you don't have experience creating a business plan or, let's say, financial forecast, this service may come in really handy. Note that BizFilings does not offer legal advice or business advice, and this service is limited to using the software from the service provider. So if you want a live consultation, you will pay extra. So you also have a payroll management. So BizFilings also offers a payroll management service through one of its partner companies, ADP. So you have to contact BizFilings for a quote if you want to order this service. You also have a compliance DVD. So this DVD explains really everything about your LLC compliance obligations and is included with the complete package. So what happens here is that you can purchase the DVD for $39 otherwise, and this is kind of cool. And but long story short, fantastic. So customer service is fantastic, and you always have to talk to before you start anything. You want to talk to BizFilings so you have a clear idea about what they offer you. And another service that we would love to have is we would love to recommend to you is BizComply. So BizComply actually alerts you to state deadlines for your business, and BizComply mentions the business forms, but really they're just fillable copies of the forms you get from the state. So do you need it? Not really, but you know, it's a nice to have. Let's talk now about Firstbase. So when we talk about Firstbase, what kind of business, what kind of LLC formation do we have here? So Firstbase actually is great for business owners looking to incorporate, aspiring agency owners, and professionals really. And what are the pros and cons of Firstbase? You have a one-time free service, quick processing, hands-on customer support, and you have a platform that's great for startups. Now, the pricing, $3.99 in our view, can be a little high, but this is a one-time fee. Whereas the other players were asking you to actually pay every month, this Firstbase is just saying, listen, just give us a $400 a one-time fee and we'll take care of everything. And so Firstbase is not really scalable. And you also have limited state availability in some cases. So this is something to really think about. And so it's one of those things where you have to see what works for you, okay? And what I want to say is that when we think about Firstbase, I want you to think about a platform that allows you to actually have access to all kinds of possibilities, not only in terms of filing your LLC, but also beyond that, okay? And but what we love about Firstbase is what I said a little earlier, that Firstbase is charging you $3.99 one-time fee. So this is kind of cool. It's really transparent, okay? Now, they're not trying to really play some pricing shenanigans with you. They're just trying to really tell you, listen, you pay $400 and that's it. Now, the thing is that they also have the Firstbase agent. So they have the Firstbase Start and they have the Firstbase agent. The Firstbase agent is actually for $99. They will be your registered agent, available in all 50 states. So that's really something to consider if you want to have this sort of service. But what we have seen is that you have to see really, there are two categories of clients of Firstbases: those who are starting their businesses or those who are already incorporated. The services are not the same thing. They're not the same thing. It really depends on what your situation really is, okay? But long story short, Firstbase, again, going back to what I said a little earlier, we love actually the transparency here. And that transparency is really something you don't see that often in this industry. So it is what it is. Let me talk to you about the business formation services that Firstbase offers. The thing is that when it comes to business formation, they offer a comprehensive suite of those services. And we're talking about all kinds of entrepreneurs and business owners who are trying to establish a solid foundation for their ventures, okay? And so adopting a multifaceted approach to business formation, their business formation services specifically encompass the following key areas. So we're going to put this on the screen. So you have a Firstbase Start. I've already spoken about that. Firstbase Agent. I've also spoken about that. You have a Firstbase Mailroom. I haven't spoken about that. You have a pre-EIN bank account, Firstbase Loop, and Firstbase Discovery. So Firstbase Start is actually dedicated to incorporation in the sense that it provides the essential framework for businesses to establish their legal identity. Firstbase Agent is positioned as an all-in-one compliance solution, and a Firstbase Agent assists businesses in maintaining good standing with ongoing state compliance requirements. And you also have a Firstbase Mailroom. So here you have a physical address and mailbox think of it as a virtual mailbox. So you are able to establish a professional and credible presence. When we talk about pre-EIN bank account, you are able to obtain a bank account before acquiring an EIN. And Firstbase Loop supports your business in its journey toward expansion and success. And you have a Firstbase Discovery, which really allows you to gain visibility among a network of venture capitalists who may reach out for further discussions. So the bottom line here is what Firstbase is trying to really monetize its business model a lot more by offering way more than LLC formation. So that's really cool. We love that a lot. And so what we talk about the processing time with Firstbase goes from 3 to 7 business days, and but everything depends on the volume. If you have high volume in your state or high volume, basically, if you have the basic plan, if you haven't paid for expedited, you might actually experience anything from 10 to 15 business days. And you also have a registered agent service that Firstbase offers, name availability search. You have online document access. You also have a money back guarantee. That's really cool. So really, really fantastic. You have the ability to get things done a lot faster. And so Firstbase is not really competing with BizFilings and Swyft Filings alone. You have LegalZoom. You have a lot of other players. You have a CorpNet. You have a Zen Business. That's really something to think about. So you have to see what really works for you. So Swyft Filings versus BizFilings versus Firstbase. Which one should you go for? Well, you gotta really ask yourself what features are you seeking in your LLC service? Are you looking for a business name search? Are you looking for a formation document preparation and filing? Are you looking for a registered agent service? Are you looking for an operating agreement template? Are you looking for EIN application? Are you looking for compliance alerts? Are you looking for other features such as license reports, expert help, tax advising and preparation, guarantee of acceptance? What are you looking for exactly, right? So your final choice will depend on the specific features and capabilities you are seeking in your future LLC service. What we have seen is that basically, depending upon the depth and breadth of service needs that you have, you might have to go for one versus the other. Let me break it down for you. For example, when we talk about LLC formation, of course, this is not just filing the paperwork with the state, right? You got to think about articles of organization, and sometimes it's called articles of incorporation. You got to also ask yourself what kind of annual compliance program to have to go through, and what are the specific steps that my state actually requires. And am I filing a foreign LLC or am I filing a domestic LLC? And do I want expedited service or do I want standard service? So those things are important because not every LLC service will accommodate expedited service, right? So really, it's one of those things where you want to really double check to make sure that you have more information before you sign anything. And what I want to say also is that when we talk about operating agreement, for instance, an operating agreement is really an important tool to create, which really establishes the practices and policies that will govern your business, your LLC or your S corporation or your C corporation. And that agreement actually binds the LLC owners, called members, to the rules you set out in the agreement. So it's always a great idea to have one, whether you run a nonprofit or you run a profit company. So this is a really important element. So what is our choice here? So Swyft Filings versus BizFilings versus Firstbase. Which one should you go for? Our choice is very simple. You want to go for Firstbase because the Firstbase offers a lot more. I mean, BizFilings offers a lot more. Excuse me, it offers a lot more functionality, but it's in our view more expensive. And Swyft Filings is also expensive. So Firstbase, we love the transparency with the Firstbase. It's a unique price. Of course, they have a lot of upsells in the background, but this unique price is kind of interesting. So we go with Firstbase. So in closing, let me recap what we just spoke about into this conversation. So Swyft Filings versus BizFilings versus Firstbase. So I spoke to you. I gave you the presentation, and I also talked to you about the review and our choice. And now I'm recapping. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.